Welcome to the Office of the Treasurer and Tax Collector's 2020 Annual Business Tax Returns video. This video provides a quick summary of the Payroll Expense Tax Online Return Form. Please review our online instructions and the Business Tax Code for detailed information. It's important to have all your business information available before you start. The letter you received from our office has your 7-digit business account number and 8-character online PIN. The online PIN is formatted with both letters and numbers. You will also need the last 4 digits of your federal tax identification number. For sole proprietors, your federal tax ID is usually your Social Security number. To begin, go to our homepage at www.sftreasure.org. Look for and select the 2020 Annual Business Tax Returns link to access the landing page. The landing page contains important information, including the instructions and a link to enter the filing. When you're ready, enter the filing by clicking the File Your Annual Business Tax Returns 2020. Enter your 7-digit business account number, the last 4 digits of your federal tax ID, and your 8-character online PIN. Then click on the Continue button. Once you've entered the filing, you'll see your business account number and links to the instructions, technical assistance, and a link to exit the filing. On the bottom of the screen will be buttons to navigate forward and back. This button says Save and Continue. The filing begins with a filing questionnaire. There are 7 initial questions which will help determine which returns you'll have the option to file. Based on your answers to the initial 7 questions, more questions may appear. You must answer all the questions in order to continue. The questions answered in this video are for demonstration purposes only. Remember to answer all the questions according to your business. The first question: did you and any related entities have taxable business personal property in San Francisco in tax year 2020? Select yes or no to answer. Question 2 asks the average number of employees per week, including those employed outside of San Francisco. Question 3 asks number of San Francisco employees. Enter the number of San Francisco employees as of the last day of 2020. Legislation recently passed to provide pandemic relief to certain businesses that have reported 2019 gross receipts of less than $25 million. The following questions will help determine if you qualify for this relief. Question 4 asks whether you operate a restaurant or facility that prepares and serves food for delivery or carryout. Select yes or no to answer. Question 5 asks if any of the COVID-19 San Francisco health officer orders required your business to completely stop operating. Please answer yes, even if the closure was temporary. Select yes or no to answer. Question 6 asks if you received more than 50% of your 2019 combined San Francisco gross receipts from business activities described in the 2 questions above. For example, if 70% of your 2019 receipts were from a hair salon and 30% were from your dog daycare, and only the hair salon had to shut down, select yes. If you reported 2019 gross receipts less than $25 million and more than 50% of your 2019 combined San Francisco gross receipts are from the business activities described in questions 4 and 5, then you qualify for relief. Question 7 asks, are you filing as a lessor of residential real estate, i.e. a residential landlord? See instructions if you have additional business activities. If you answer no to question number 7, 4 more questions will appear. Select yes or no to answer. The next question, are you claiming a tax credit, payroll exclusion, or limit? The city offers tax credits and exclusions for businesses that meet specific requirements. However, most credits and exclusions require prior qualifications and do not apply to most taxpayers. Select yes or no to answer. Question 9 asks, are you filing on behalf of a combined group of related entities, or are you an entity that was part of a combined group for any portion of the tax year, even if you are filing this return as a separate entity? Please refer to the instructions to determine if you're filing as a combined group. Most businesses do not have related entities or members and will answer no to this question. However, if you select yes, you'll be prompted to enter information on behalf of the members of your group. Select yes or no to answer. Question 10 asks, do you have commercial rent receipts to report? Please note this includes subleases. See instructions for additional information. The commercial rents tax generally applies to businesses leasing commercial space in the city. This question identifies businesses that may owe commercial rents tax. Select yes or no to answer. Question 11 asks, did this business and any related entities as defined in Code Section 953.8C employ over 1,000 full or part-time people in the United States as of December 31st, 2020? Select yes or no to answer. Click Save and continue. Tax return menu. On this page, you will see the tax returns available for you to file. The annual business tax form displays this tax filing menu where you can choose to file all applicable taxes at the same time, or you can choose to file each tax independently during different sessions. You may not be subject to the commercial rents tax or the homelessness gross receipts tax. For more information on who must file and pay these taxes, visit the Business Taxes and Fees section of our website at sftreasure.org. However, you are responsible for determining which of these taxes you are required to file and pay. If you are a gross receipts tax and payroll expense tax filer, you will see 3 lines. One for the gross receipts tax and homelessness gross receipts tax, one for the payroll expense tax, and one for the commercial rents tax. If you have not yet filed a tax, you will see a File button. Click the File button to begin your return. If you have started but not submitted a return for a tax, you will see a Continue Filing button. Click this button to continue your return. If you have already submitted a return for a tax, you will see an Amend button. You will also see a View Prior Submission button. Clicking this button will open an HTML of your most recently filed return. For purposes of this video, I will select to file the payroll expense tax return. Before I file that return, however, we ask that you please take a moment to update your business information to receive COVID-19 communications. The City and County of San Francisco will be providing the following information to businesses: health orders and directives and COVID-19 resources. Please provide contact information for the person responsible for compliance with health orders. Name, phone number, and email address are required fields. Check the box to receive text messages at the phone number you provided. If you would like to receive communications at additional emails, enter the name and the email in the section below. Check the box to receive text messages at the phone number you provided. Click Add Contact or the plus button to complete adding the additional contact information. Scroll down the page and click all the categories that apply to your business. If no categories apply to your business, leave this box blank or leave the boxes blank. Finally, at the bottom, please check the box if you have less than 100 employees or are a sole proprietor. This will help determine which communications will be shared with your business. When complete, select the Submit button. Now for this video, I will select the file, the payroll expense tax return. For further instructions about any question, click on the words payroll expense tax return. On the first line, enter your San Francisco payroll expense for 2020. The form will then calculate your payroll expense tax obligation. There is an option to designate up to 3.8% of your tax liability to the Community Challenge Grant Program. This designation does not increase your tax liability. Below this, read the taxpayer statement and finalize your filing by entering your name and contact information. The email address you enter will receive a copy of the return. When you're ready to submit your filing, select the Submit button. Once the confirmation screen appears, the return is submitted. Remember that you may be required to file other taxes as well. Click the Continue button to proceed. Courtesy calculation page. Next, you will see a courtesy calculation page. We are providing a courtesy calculation page for each tax you file. This page will show your principal, the sum of the estimated payments made in prior quarters. If you are filing late, it will also calculate any late filing, late payment, and interest calculations. The calculations displayed will not include recent payments or payments made to other annual business tax types. Click Continue to proceed. You will then return to the tax return menu page where you will see additional tax returns available for you to file. You're responsible for determining which of these additional taxes you are required to file and pay. Once you're finished filing all required returns, you are ready to click the Proceed to Pay button. Congratulations, you have now filed your 2020 payroll expense tax return. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about filing your returns.